Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of this stream. We promised 31 days of streaming from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's 9 p.m. on day 2. We low-key dropped the ball. But here's what happened. My Wi-Fi, those guys at Bell, um, yeah, my Wi-Fi is just bad apparently. And then I woke up and my Wi-Fi wasn't working. I had to wait. There's no way. I had to wait. There was no solution. And I found peace. I was like, wait a minute. I like that I don't have to wake up and stream at 9 a.m. You know why? Because never in my life do I ever wake up at 9 a.m. I don't know why. Only when I have to like go somewhere to like a doctor do I choose to be up at 9. And I don't know why I did it. So it took me one day to realize these streams might not happen at a consistent time. I will promise you this. I will be online. I will be streaming every single day. I don't think I'll be up at 9 a.m. In fact, if I stream today, I will be asleep past 9 a.m. if I'm going to be a healthy man who gets 8 hours of sleep. In fact, I'm just a boy. I need to get my 8 hours. And if I'm streaming now, that means tomorrow's a no-go. So I'm going to be streaming at random intervals. So that means if you want to join the live streams more often, click the subscribe button, bruh. Then you'll get notified when the videos come out. Right? Anyway, hi everybody. Hi Rakesh. Hi Maya. Hi the Lady of Rage. What's up? Rose Crow. Gosh, I was waiting for this the entire day. Yeah, I kind of left you guys hanging a little bit. Made a whole show of saying I'd show up every day at 9 a.m. Well, we live in the present. Here we go. Let's get into day 2. Bing, bang, boom. Here we go. You guys can see the monitor now. Hello. So what's the plan today? Well, we're going to learn face muscles, and we're probably going to look at Morpho's book on it, find some muscles. I might get some other book, 2 hours of study and a bit of yap apparently. Let's see, head and neck muscles. I think that's pretty much, I mean, that's a good page. That's good enough, right? Boom. So I'm annoyed that I didn't draw the neck yesterday in my posing. So what I'm going to do is find facial muscles for artists. You guys can study with me here. These are really grotesque things to look at. I don't want to look at face muscles for a long time, but I think we have to. Let's search up Tom Fox. I have the book, so I get to look at it with you guys. We'll just do facial muscles for artists. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Prepare for some bizarro diagrams here. And our goal today is I skipped my class in college by accident. I was sick, or it was at 9 a.m. And I don't know how to do facial muscles at all. I don't know what they're called. I don't know anything. I literally never learned these in my life. So these might be bad. Probably. Here we go. I like that. That's pretty good. We're just going to try to go over this and draw over it with facial muscles that we can understand. So maybe okay, that's in Chinese. I don't understand that one. Let's see. Eye muscles, pretty cool. Okay. Okay, I like it. Introduction. Introduction of the major face muscles. Quinine muscle. Shrink to a form and raised eyebrow. Surprised expression. Direction of alignment. Vertical alignment. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. Let's do it. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day actually. I'm having a pretty good day. Let's see. Let's get a overall look at what's going on here. Oh, okay, so it attaches to the hairline. So our first muscle group, let's say it's something like, yes, I see. So this is the bone ridge, right? And every muscle, here's what I do know. Every muscle has an insertion point and a bone it connects to in order to move stuff around. Now the head muscles are interesting because they don't move two bones around. They move along one bone. So I think we might have some specific patterns here that we only get for head muscles, because it's rare for a muscle to exist without crossing. I remember you, Hamza. You're a legend. I still see your stories. Never forget the OGs. Interesting. So there's a crease down the middle where you can't control. Huh. For any anatomy people here, I'm gonna be embarrassing today. I don't know any definitions here, so bear with me. And the reason artists draw this direction, you'll always notice muscles sort of have a lot of striations along them. It's because it's important to know where the tendons lead to and from, so that when you, let's say, flex a muscle, you know how to show the compression of form. Right? These are built-in contour lines. Right? So just a note for if you're wondering why can't you just draw these blocks, you got to know what direction the muscle moves in, and you do that by drawing the lines. Now I'm going to insert the striations now. Probably not. I want to get the shape right. And I'm still not understanding really how the muscle works or what the individual. I think this is just one group of muscle. You know what? I'm going to get other books as well so that we can really see. Morpho is great, but sometimes Morpho doesn't concern himself with all the muscles. I'll be right back, and we'll get Tom Fox's book. Or Hampton's actually. Okay, Hampton's book is lost somewhere because I'm moving. Well, I just moved and I can't find it, so we're gonna look at Mr. Fox's. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we got the overhead cam. What up? Hopefully you guys can see this. Zoomed in at like, whoa. Hello. Okay. Let's see where we're trying to go. The body. I think this is what a glossary is for. Let's read it. The head. Okay, 70. Okay, let's see, guys. What do we got? Is it just me, or is it hard to find specifically face muscles covered? These are bones. I mean, face muscles are low-key niche, but I do want to see a diagram of the muscles. I know like a Rocky Kim book will have it, but I mean, this is super in-depth, but here we go. Some muscles. Ooh. Okay, there we go. When drawing the lips, remember that the mouth has to open in all directions. It's like a muzzle laid over the front of the face with muscles expanding out in all directions. That is good to know. Small gap without muscle beneath zygomatic bone. Oh, he is high key cooking. Okay. Okay, that's really useful actually. Okay, so I don't need headphones for this. It's 10 p.m. here, but I did not want to skip a day, bruh. Gotta lock in. Gotta lock in for real, for real. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this out. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but I think it's intuitive to begin by just going where, yes, something like the 3/4 view is probably the best approach here. And muscles will be drawn in blue, maybe even a thicker, sketchier marker so that I can have a bit more nuance to the forms I'm trying to draw, right? Looser. So firstly, the muscles attach to the cheekbone fat. And they expand in all directions because if you can move your like body part that way, that means there's a muscle in that direction because all a muscle does is compress. And you can move your, okay, I might be actually like doing weird expressions doing this. Yeah, there must be a muscle right there if you can move your face up. Huh. So a muscle attaches all the directions here. Let me do a darker blue. And oh, there's muscles down here to the chin as well. Let's say that's a muscle group. Let's say that's a muscle. That's a muscle. And this here creates a muscle. And now what we're going to indicate here is not a, well, the lips, I guess, are muscles, but this is a form we're going to indicate. And the center line needs to be clear. Where does the muscle end? Right beneath the nose. So this, let's do a ball. And I think generally the top lip is going to go over the bottom lip. Although I'm sure that varies. But that's kind of looking like a face, right? So here we go. So I do like, yes, it's important to look at the actual muscle here, but I think for my first lesson on the muscles, yeah, it might be useful to get a simplification, although it's looking pretty similar. Now, yeah, the muscle here actually attaches here, but I think when it comes to muscles rather than bones, the muscles, so long as you know the direction, it might be a bit more justifiable to simplify. Hey Vicky, hell yeah, I love that. Well, don't love that you got to work, but I'm glad the school community's helping. Well, what's your best What's your best 3 recommendations for these topics? I mean, courses, form, perspective, and light and shadow. Light and shadow, I don't know. I'm a noob at that, so I hear the James Gurney book is good. I have it, but it hasn't, through no fault of his own, it hasn't motivated me to do painting. Maybe I'm not that interested in painting, so it's not a fault of the book, but I'm not sure. Let me think about that. So these muscles, so I guess it's interesting. There's a muscle in every direction. It's like this muscle pulls down, this muscle pulls back, this muscle pulls up and to the right, this muscle pulls straight up, and on the other side, the same is true. So what can we do? I think I want to color these in slightly. so that I have a clearer indication of its form. Right, and maybe I'll add some striations so that we can tell where it's going. So all these muscles are sort of wide down here. So I think these have a shape, but they're not one like tendon that you might get somewhere like this. Up top, these are like bands. It's looking like we have 1, 2, 3 up top, one on the side connecting to the lower part of your jaw. Let's see. Okay. And then can't forget the lips. Still not sure if the lips are a muscle of their own or if they're interesting. I gotta make sure these lips feel consistent. So this is where you can paint them in, I guess. Yo, those are bad lips, I cannot lie. You know, those will have to do. Maybe we'll adjust these to be a bit less odd looking. It's nice to do these study streams. I avoided studying for a bit because I thought I wanted to do just like streams that were just me drawing because I thought nobody would be interested in me studying. But then I realized I shouldn't do it because people would be interested. I should just do what I do. I should just study. Just do art. What are we talking about? Why are you streaming at 8 p.m.? Hey, what up, Sky? Very quickly, the dream of me streaming till 9 to 11 streams are not happening anymore. Should I delete the post? I will be streaming every day, but I don't know why. The benefit of me being able to do what I want to or work like from home is I don't need to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I'm doing that to myself. I don't want to. So I'm not going to be streaming at those times every day. I might do them like I'm just streaming every day, but I'm not going to stream at the same time every day because I don't need to. And I find some days I just need more sleep. And if I'm not feeling like I don't sleep ever at earlier than like 2 a.m. So I don't know why I'm forcing myself to wake up. I realized most people are tuning in throughout the day anyway, and people can watch it after. I don't have to stream at 9 in the morning every single day. If I stream, it's a win. I don't need to force myself to do it at 9. So that's the idea. I've never studied these before. I don't know why. I don't know if that's super relevant. The thing about things you haven't studied is you don't know if it'll be necessary to have studied. I didn't know it was super important to learn the skeleton until I did. And I'm like, oh wow. And I can't wait to do it next week. I think maybe studying the skeleton should have come first, but we got the skull. I have a question. How were you able to, at the beginning, overcome the fear of starting something new and draw even if you're frustrated and burned out? I don't know if you should force yourself to draw even if you're frustrated and burned out. I hope my videos don't suggest that even if you are burned out, you should keep drawing. If you're burned out, that's your body telling you it doesn't like how you're forcing it to do what you're forcing it to do, take a break. Don't sacrifice the short-term studies for the long-term enjoyment of art, because if you do, you can guarantee you're going to think of art as a negative. You just want to have fun. Reduce the pressure. Recognize that if you are going to do this and it's worth doing, then it's worth doing for the rest of your life. And if you're going to do it for the rest of your life, let yourself have a bad day. Let yourself take a break. Consistency is great, but don't think of consistency as a daily thing. Think of it as a yearly thing or a monthly thing. Take some breaks when you need to, as long as the trend of your year is more consistent than the trend of your last year. So it's always nice to strive for a daily habit. I'm trying to do that right now. But if you fail, it's not the end of the world. Look at it. Something that helps me get over the fear is, something that helps me be consistent is to, rather than think about streaks, you think about percentages. So a 15-day streak goes from amazing to a failure if you miss day 16. But if you miss one day out of 15 days of drawing, you still drew like 93% of the days. That's awesome. What book is that? That's the Tom Fox book. What book is this? I have no clue. Yo, Loki looks like they got like a spider on their mouth. I think I'm forgetting this muscle right here. No, it's up there. I see. It's lower here. I think I should. You can feel where it's coming from. Look, do that. It's going down there. Something that is fun is when you're studying anatomy, bro, you're the anatomy. Loki, feel yourself. Touch your body, flex the muscle, try it, see where it feels like it's coming from. Hey, Roger, glad to catch you streaming. Cool studies. It could be useful to learn the expressions. Yes, I'm doing this so that I can finally do expressions because I really don't understand expressions. Wow, look at that. So there's the benefit of a book here. Like the Tom Fox book, I'm drawing this angle, and the Tom Fox book literally has the same angle. So that's super useful. I get to reference one for one. Oh, so the lips are going to actually overlap the nose here. So this is my lip. It's going to be like this. And yeah, I guess the lip is a muscle on top of the teeth, right? So and it wraps up here, hey? Interesting. This is going to be tough. This is a hard angle to get, but I think I have to just rely on attaching it to a consistent part of the bone. If I know where it attaches, even in weird angles, I can just follow it back up to the bone. It looks a bit big. Comes down. This is the toughest of angles, probably. Probably aren't harder angles to draw for the face, but Loki looked like a fish, but I'm hoping all this pays off. It's actually attached to the corners of the mouth, I think. Yeah, kind of, right? Like these muscles are, I guess there's a lot of muscles here. And so long as I understand where the direction is, I'm probably learning a bit. So maybe I draw the directions. And I think I don't want to get carried away drawing the irrelevant muscles. There's a couple relevant muscles here, this big one that connects your jaw, but that's a bit obvious. Like, it's the most significant muscle of the face. I don't know if this is an important thing. I think that's a hard thing when you're studying a subject. You don't know if you're supposed to find this important or not until you study it long enough to know whether or not. It's like when you first play a game, you don't know how good your hand is if you're playing poker for the first time. You don't know how to rank anything. Let's read more. When drawing the lips, remember that the mouth has to open in all directions. Okay, read that already. There's a gap in the muscle, so the gap's here. But why is that significant? I think this part might be more relevant in the expression stage, but I think today it might be important to understand where the lips lie and how to draw them a bit more believably. Because I currently have a hard time placing them on the face consistently. Super hard time doing that. Mouth looks high up, but I guess it's that angle, hey? I think we're going to have a bit of inconsistency there, but so these muscles, one attaches to the edge of the zygomatic here, like this. One attaches to the front plane, like this. One attaches up to the eye. What the heck? Bro, this dude looking like Vecna. Who knew? Who knew? Let's see if you guys are saying something. I don't know why the YouTube chat's only on one side here. Just open up your stream for something to watch. Realized you're in the same book as I am. That's funny. Let's see. Do you recommend starting on digital or pen and paper when starting to learn? Definitely pen and paper. Digital will teach you some habits that you don't want right when you begin drawing, because it's very easy to get into the habit of Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. And in the beginning, what's more important than anything is volume, just getting drawings done. And if you get used to Command Z all the time, you're going to draw less. Now, there's benefits with digital. You get some tools to help you with perspective. But again, if you use the tools before you learn the perspective, you're going to get the solution without getting any other knowledge. This is like a goatee. Okay, one. So I think some of these muscles attach to the corner, but then there's muscles all around here that are doing different things. So I see that's why it's like a general ball. Man, I wish I attended that class. What happened? Why'd I miss that class? This is so confusing. And I liked my professor. Super chill. Oh, Brian. What happened to us? And this is almost... That's something I don't want to do is draw so many things that it almost means nothing. I'm afraid that I might do that. Because again, when you're studying and you don't know what you're studying, you low-key just be making some like diagrams. Sometimes it's not very helpful. This is tough. This is real tough. Proportions are all out of whack. But what can you do? The reason I think the fact that this is really hard is also evidence that this is really necessary, because if I don't understand this, I'm not going to be able to construct. Well, this is why I can't construct faces well, because I don't know how things are made. So you guys are seeing the whip, the work in progress. This dude looked like the Joker. So this is all a ball then? I can't figure out a consistent size to make the lips, obviously. It's not looking very good. What we could do is always draw over these later. I'm trying to keep these studies to like 2 hours, so... Yo, this actually looks like a killer clown. Now the design of this is very poor, but I think I'm understanding it a bit better. At least I'm aware of the insertions. I don't like what I'm making, but... This is also another reason I'm posting every day, is because it's like, yo, I gotta embrace the suck, man. Pause. Don't clip that. I just have to... I have to be okay with creating bad stuff. I say you have to all the time, so time to live up to that. Loki a hard pose though. Okay. I think what might be more important is figuring out the masses, the blocks, rather than drawing the specific muscles. But as the week goes on, I will simplify. Right now, I need to download reality, and I think that's done by just thugging this out and letting myself create some stinkers. So the ball here comes out, comes back in. Maybe I should emphasize the ball and the lips more. And the lips. I'm painting right now. This angle might just be away from me, man. It's tough because we don't have reference for that, so this might be bad bad learning, but we listen and we don't judge. Please pull the mic closer. I hear you. Hope that's better. Okay, you know, this is what we got. Muscle there. Muscle here. Okay, I mean, we're trying. Looks like an alien got him, but that's what we got. Good old face muscles. Nice. And from the back, man. Okay, from the back, you're more so going to see the predominant masseter muscle. So, okay, that's one muscle group. Now, what is the muscle group here? What's it called? I don't know. Let's just say mouth muscles. Put them in blue. Mouth. Okay, now let's do red and let's do jaw. And I think the way this is going to be helpful is by breaking it into layers so that I can think about them as separate pieces. What we haven't done yet is emphasize the form, which is more important, I think, just knowing the shape it creates or the volume it creates. But I know that this connects to the zygomatic like that. It's a relatively simple muscle. I don't think we have to do much more than indicate where it attaches and indicate its contours. Like that. Striations. So it connects to the zygomatic and the masseter. And it overlaps some of the face muscles. See, that's it. What's that one? So it's interesting. It leans forward, so it doesn't fill the whole back slot. There's a, it looks like there's a little gap back here, or like back in this corner. Now I don't think the details matter here because truthfully, unless I draw like a zombie, I'm not going to need to know this. So I'm going to just forget that information and just put it over. It will create a change of the shape of the face. So I'm going to do that. And let's go down to where they talk about it more. Oh, this would have been helpful. Probably should have zoomed down low key. Oh, that's cool. Ah, corners of the mouth and pulls down the corners of the mouth to express sadness or dissatisfaction. Corners of the mouth pull down vertically from the corner. Oh, straight up. Nice. Jaw. Okay. Now this one is responsible for closing the jaw. Direction. Vertical rows. Three dimensionalities of the muscle bulge. I have a problem with my jaw. Listen to this. Yeah, I gotta deal with that. Hopefully it's not something bad. Got a used broken jaw. How did you make the jump from traditional to digital? I've been doing both for a long time. I think it's just like, if you're new to it, it's just a little bit odd, but over time you just get used to it. It's not, it depends on the tablet too. I don't like the iPad. I have a hard time with non-screen tablets, but something like the Huion tablet adapts pretty well to whatever you draw. This dude's got a mega jaw. Okay, it's starting to come together a bit more, but it's still, so the jaw there. there. You know, I'm accepting that sometimes we're going to make some bizarre looking faces. But we're studying to figure out where this is relevant, see if it's important to know. I wonder if you're going to see, I guess it attaches there and just, you can see a glimpse of it on the sides. And here you're going to see it attach. Actually, very important note is that it attaches at an angle. So the jaw muscle, when you see like someone like Dong Ho Kim draw it or Jae Gwang Park, they will have it like this. It does create a angle towards the face. So it does go down. Or it does tilt forward. The muscle is not going to be like this, it's going to be like this. You guys might be familiar with that shape anyway. Right, this way. So I should indicate that tilt at the very least. So I think almost here, I want to tilt it forward. I guess this angle compensates for the tilt, but something like that. Maybe most in the side profile. He's got a mega chin here. It's alright. We're learning. Okay. So that muscle, I guess the blue muscles would show up over here. At least a few, right? Like here. And the bump would be showing. So mouth bump, depressor muscles, cheek muscles, something like that. It's not the neatest, but okay, let's see what else. So we did the jaw muscles. Temporal, zygomatic, no, cheekbones. Okay, the temporal ones are also, I think, relatively straightforward. I think I don't know what they do though. Who this guy? Get him out of here. Who are you, bruh? Let's do temporal. Let's see, what do they do? The temporal muscles located on the side of the skull is responsible for controlling the opening and closing of the lower jaw. Oh. Then what's the masseter for? The characteristics, the temporal muscles are attached to the side of the skull in an approximate fan shape. So it's like this. It's like, I believe it attaches to these little joints on the jaw. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to bring the jaw up. Let's see, but I think it goes something like, yeah, it attaches from the top all the way down and underneath the bones. So let's add some muscle here. Let's get a better side view. Ah, he's so happy. Good for you, bruh. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this one's straightforward. It attaches along the ridge of the temple. And his hair grew back. Yeah, it's been. Hey, somebody, JB, what up? What website is this? It says Han Studio. I searched up how to draw face muscles. Oh, Photoshop. Yeah, it is Photoshop. What's a good dynamic sketching course? Probably the dynamic sketching course by Peter Han. That's the dynamic sketching course. So I would recommend that. It's well priced. It's from the source. So Charles Hu has a great one as well. Peter Balestros or something like that has one. No, Peter Balestros? I don't know. Charles Hu's ones looks great though. I've never taken an official dynamic sketching course though, so I would not be the guy to ask. But my money's on Peter Han. Probably. So it's really in this socket that the muscle seems to fill in. So this muscle would fill in this concave here. Okay, so you've got the muscle boundaries indicated. Maybe not super correctly, but given the images we got, this is what we got to do. So we're doing a bit of imagination, like we're extrapolating a little bit based on what we see. But let's draw the... So maybe I should have done this sooner, indicated a bit more graphically like this, more clear drawing. I could always go back and fix this up. So I might do that. Go for a 10 point. A Morris code. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to have you guys support what I'm doing. I'm glad. I'm so, I mean, yeah, what a blessing. I get to learn to draw and help others by learning too. What more could you ask for? So this reaches up to the top. Okay. Muscles attach. I think I get the gist of this muscle. It goes from the bottom, touches the top, like a fan. I frown a lot when I'm drawing because I'm trying to it became a habit and it's no longer serves me when I'm like, I squint even when I'm not trying to reduce the information, which is bad because now I just look angry. Because I'm always trying to see the values, and when you squint your eyes, you'll be able to see better what you're suggesting. You reduce the information you're working with. So, okay, I think it's not the prettiest, but it is coming together a bit. Okay, yep. Those are some muscles, you know. Mogging skeletons tutorial. Yeah, this dude's actually like, let's see how we can, hold on, let's make him mog. Mogging skeleton tutorial. Let's start with, if you're gonna mog, you're gonna have these ominous eyes. Yeah. Yeah, he's mogging. Oh yeah. And you gotta have your whole brow ridge in shadow. And you gotta have a absurd brow ridge. There you go. What's happening? You can't look tired, so no, not too many eye bags. Maybe you're frowning. Yeah. Oh yeah, this dude's. I'm getting scared, frankly. And you gotta have a shadow on your jaw, because your jaw is just that big. Shadow under your lips. Shadow under your chin. Yo, any of y'all getting frightened right now? Okay. Oh, he kind of looks like he's like concerned for us, so I do like that. Let's reduce the. Yeah, he's concerned for us. He's a good guy. Actually, I think he needs more sculpted features if he's really gonna mog. And just a clearer jawline. Boom. Boom. Whoa! This dude's mugging. Yep. Yep, he's done it. Now, I better hope I have the ability to erase all this. Oh, I can, because I drew it on a... No! I drew it on the same layer. No. Okay, I can still erase it. Dude, I did it for the bit. Yep, and I ran out of undos. Well, I did not do a new layer, so now I have to erase this and oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. That's not too bad. This can okay. It's not terrible. Okay. That's alright. Yep, the problem of every artist. Forgot to do a new layer. Red, cool. There's the draw. Cool, there's the draw. There's the draw. There's the draw. Okay, the orbital bones I'm excited to do, or the muscles. Let's see what else we got. Cheek pads. Yo, we got a lot of muscle. This is a lot. Expressions are formed by several groups working together. Cheek muscles are the orbicularis oculi plus the orbicularis oculi. Is it just me or is that two the same muscle? Okay, he looks happy. Anger frown. Okay, I think I got to all the muscles, surprisingly. It's just that they do a lot, apparently. So let's see the... Here, these guys. Oh, that's a lot of eye muscles. Okay. Orbicularis. Oh, the ring of muscles that surround the eye is closed, used to close or blink the eyes. When you smile, this will have natural wrinkles. Okay, so I think we got 3 muscles here. So we have, what's an insignificant color? Let's do gray. Let's do gray for the forehead. Because the forehead muscles, low-key, are just like the 4th member on a project. They're not really doing much. Forehead. Let's see. It's looking like the forehead muscles here are just participating. So these guys Oh, yeah, new layer. Every time. Forehead, let's do... Yeah, I don't know. Not that interesting, this forehead muscle. How does it bend? I think that's the other muscles. Let's read. Why do I need to learn the facial muscles? Good question. The face is the main stage of emotional performance. The details convey the mood and character of the character. Okay, I like how okay. Painting is not just about depicting surface shapes, suggests understanding the underlying muscle logic of movement. When did you switch to digital? I didn't necessarily switch to digital. I just, for the study streams, I want to do things that I can upload for students and you guys can like reference. That being said, the quality of this drawing, maybe not, but uh, yeah, I just prefer doing that. It's a bit easier to make stuff for resources when it's digital because I can format it and stuff. So I'm just cutting out in between step. I still draw. Some of these streams will probably be like live sketching, usually because I stream for 2 hours minimum and then I might go over. Today, probably not, but certainly in the future. I am starting to see the shapes that I've seen in these muscle drawings. So that's cool. I feel like even if I don't glean too much from this one study, it's good to have forced myself to just do it and understand at least quinine muscle. Like if that's some quiche Lorraine right there. If you know what a quinine muscle is, you're probably a freak. Let's be real. Shrink to form a raised eyebrow. Shrink. Shrink to form a raised eyebrow. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, it just pulls up. So I think it would be interesting to take notes along the same sort of time, at the same time, where let's say I have the quinine muscle. Because I do, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to practice expressions, and it's way easier to understand expressions when you understand the muscles that cause them. So I guess it just shortens. It goes in. That looks like a weird, like ritual sign. I don't know. How do I show it shortens? I guess I show this. This. Maybe I could even. If we were to do that, it would be the mouth muscles going in this direction. I guess I don't need to draw these muscles going down on his forehead. Okay, that's useful to know. For so because the muscles go straight up, it goes compresses, causes wrinkles. Okay. Will we get emails when spots open up for the drunk community? My invite didn't work. Oh, I'm sorry your invite didn't work. Maybe, yeah, I closed the doors since. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm working through what I want it to be and figuring out what I can do month to month. So yeah, you will get invites when it is open again, but I don't know when it'll be open again because I'm trying to make it something that I'm recognizing that I think it's important for me not to commit myself to like a already I'm like, oh yeah, I signed up for something daily. That's a big commitment. And the more I do daily commitments, the less like creative energy you have for like making videos or studying. So I seem to forget that until I commit myself to something big and I go, well, yeah, I forgot that I liked having the space to like make bigger projects. So for now, the community's closed until I figure out a better way to justify the daily commitment. We've been changing. We've been doing started with like accountability calls. Now it's more so feedback calls, which makes sense on my art channel. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make best use of my time and best use of students' time. Yeah, so these direct muscles are in the direction of the movement. So you also get such form on the human body when you start indicating the direction of the muscle. Okay. Not bad. So we have that. So we're just missing the T-zone, the eyeballs and the... So as I study arcane style, should I follow all these? I think knowing them will help you. That skull looks like it could eat me. All of these dudes look like titans, man. What are the blue tendons on the forecord? These are the mouth muscles. So these are where you can see like what direction your mouth can go is because there's like, let's see, like that's taking us here. So, and then let's see. What is a quinine muscle, man? That sounds weird. Descending eyebrow muscles. I think I want to study that. Okay, I guess I should indicate. I don't know if this warrants its own muscle group, but I... Does it? Yeah, there's some that are pulling together. What is that? I think it's this. Yeah, these. I feel those. I'm feeling those. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, guys, you gotta try this with me. These are great. These ones, these ones are low key. If we're gonna like rate them, if we're gonna do a like, face muscles tier list, forehead probably the least necessary. You know what I mean? If you're surprised, you can just say, I'm surprised, and open your eyes. You don't need to move your forehead. But to be angry, you gotta use these guys, right? To be happy, so I'd say S tier muscle, the quinine. Quinine, goated, if that's what it is. Hold on. I don't want to talk out of my bum bum here. Let's make sure that the quinine muscle is exactly what I think it is. Now I'm really hoping it's correct. Queen and muscle. The heck? Okay, yep, that's not what I'm looking for. Are you gonna make a video about this facial muscles tier list video coming very soon? What up, Evan? Sorry for day 2, and I already did not do my 9 a.m. stream. I'm cooked. I actually quiche muscle yum. What's the name of the website? What website? Which website are we? Hi, Broken Draw. Hi, Aurora. Good to see you again. Okay. Why is this going under? How does that make sense? Screen. Ah, okay. I'm going to include these as the same thing, the forehead muscle, but I'm going to make a caveat here that actually, no, it's so important. You can't put a S tier muscle in the same group as like a D tier muscle, man. Let's pay our respects. So it's above. Where does it attach though? The cool thing when you want to know where your muscle attaches, just use it, bruh. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's above the the bone. I think it's right like here. That looks familiar too, this weird bump. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna assume they come from here. And they go down beside the eyes. Oh yeah. Those are looking like the right muscles. Yeah, those are kind of legendary, no? And they stop right in the eye socket. So comes over and in. Here comes around. I like doing these little circles, I guess. I'm saying it like I've done this more than ever. Nope. I think I like that shape. It's pretty good. Okay, I am doubling up on these forehead muscles, but what can you do? By the way, I think my brother's my editor now, and I think he just uploaded a YouTube short on my behalf. So we can go check it out. Low key, let's watch it together. Maybe he'll make a short about this. Let's see. Let's see here. Hey, look at that, everybody. Welcome to the new meta live stream. Boom. I can't hear anything. Can y'all hear this? Hold on, this is from stream yesterday. I can't hear shit. I can't hear anything, so I guess that's a no-go. Kind of a goated short, low key. He cooked. So I would watch it if I was you. But I am biased. Short is on mute, brotato. Apparently I can't hear anything either, so you and I are in the same boat. Hey Tyrion, can you explain how there can be multiple horizon lines when drawing? I think tilted boxes have their own horizon line, no? I don't know. I don't. There are multiple horizon lines, but I think only if you define horizon lines as the home for a vanishing point, for example. Let's be like a real horizon line is the line where the sky meets the ground because distance between the ground and the sky scales down so far that that same distance eventually, even though it's not getting any closer together, from your perception of space, it becomes so tiny that it meets at a point. The closer you get to that point, the bigger they get. Like the horizon line is not a real place. It's just your eyes not being able to perceive distance far enough. And why does it meet at this place? Well, that place is always going to be the same height as your eyes, right? So if you're crouching on the ground, the horizon line will be whatever the height you are, which is, let's say, 50 centimeters when you're crouching on the ground. Therefore, the image you see from this is going to be whatever distance something is. If it touches the horizon line, let's say a fire hydrant, this fire hydrant from the ground is 50 cm. So, and you could imagine that if someone was standing in front of you, okay, wait, someone's standing in front of you, okay, okay, weird. But if they're standing in front of you, you see where they're you see where their butt crosses the line. If it's there, then hold on, we're giving them pants. It's PG. If they're there, then it crosses at the same mark that you're drawing based on your observation here. So crosses like that. And so that gets away from the larger question, can there be multiple horizon lines? Technically, there can be objects that have their own vanishing location, because right now any object that's on the ground with you will vanish to the horizon line, right? So this character would scale down and they'd be on the horizon line as well, like this, over space. But if you have an object that is, let's say you have a box and another box, but then you have box C, which is tilted. Box A and B, because they are parallel to the ground, will have one shared horizon line, which is the real horizon line because you are looking at it from the same orientation. So if all the angles between you and the boxes are parallel, then they will go to one vanishing point and one horizon line. If they're tilted, they'll go to multiple vanishing points. But this box, given that it's at an angle, is going to its own vanishing point, and therefore any vanishing point technically sits on a horizon line, but not if we're defining it as a thing that exists in your world, it's not there. So what would that look like here? How do we actually practically draw this? Look at your eye level. This is where you're seeing the scene from, right? Maybe this is how you're seeing the scene. Therefore, look what doesn't get into the picture, box A. So from my view, it might look like horizon line here. Box B is here, just outside of my view, right? Because I see the top, but I don't see the bottom. So box B would maybe be down here, right? But look, here's my horizon line. It goes there. But box C would not be parallel Box A would, but not box C. Box C, you look at how much it tilts, and you'd imagine box C might land around here, like this, right? It's at an angle, and so it lands there. And so technically, it's on a different horizon line, but it's not a real horizon line. It's just a vanishing point. Because the more box C tilts, the more it's going to vanish upward. The more it comes down, the more it's going to vanish near the original horizon line, like that. So some weird perspective stuff happening. The best way to practice it is get yourself an object and look around and move it in space and try to draw it. One tip is that it will look different if you move it closer to your eye. It'll look more distorted and it'll look more flat if you move it away. So that's a whole lot of yap. Let's get back to anatomy. Okay, so we got the yellow face muscles down. I go into that a lot more in my videos that apparently nobody watches the perspective videos. So, but if perspective is also the hardest thing to teach, I think, without being in person, and it's more like perspective is one of the most, you gotta do it to understand it. I'll explain it, but then it'll only click when you do enough that you go, oh yeah, that's what he was trying to explain the whole time. I feel like perspective is just one of those things you have to put the mileage in to understand. I got all of it, but just in case people didn't understand what you said, can you repeat what you said? Since learning it, I've been able to draw more intuitively. That's awesome. Okay, so we got those muscles now. They frown and stuff. And then, yeah, and then mm, mm, there's some nose muscles. No, that's the mouth muscle. Wow. And then there's this nose muscle. Let's do, I'm low-key purple colorblind. Like blue and purple seem like the same colors to me sometimes. So we're going to have to go with a very high saturation purple here. You can't really move the muscle here. I don't know why it's there. I guess it just show it anyway, but okay, so these muscle groups come together. This is kind of cooked. I'm going to be so for real, but you know, first time for everything. Let's do these, and then we might be able to call it a day. Day 2. A lot of... And then going on to tomorrow, we can do expressions and finally go to the skin, because this is tough. So the muscles here attach to this side all over the bone and just create these rings. I'm going to start. I don't like doing it in thin pencil. I'm going to get the vague mass in here first. I think it's important to see how it attaches to the jaw. Looks like it's straight along the ridge here. There's a gap of muscle here. This one's the toughest one for sure. But it'll be interesting to see how much better we can get at faces throughout the week. Yo, muscles are actually just all over your face, man. They don't give it a break. All right, this dude. I mean, that, oh, good night. Can you make a series of all this? Yes, this will be a series. So I'm doing this study, and then I'm going to make a video at the end of the week recapping what I drew, maybe showing some stream highlights, maybe just explaining what I learned through doing these studies. I'm doing the, like, I mean, I've never made an anatomy series, so I think it can be helpful. Because I haven't made it because, dude, Michael Hampton has free videos, and you can just watch his. But in case, that's why I'm approaching this like I'm not telling you all how to draw it. I'm doing it myself and seeing if it works, what I learned, and maybe I'll just do like 10 tips. You guys let me know what kind of series. What videos have you been like, bro, I wish you would make a video about this, and I've never done it. I'd love to know. Yo, my study sessions have become more fluid thanks to your videos. It's all about getting a rhythm as a beginner. Love that. Love to hear that. Yeah, it's just about like being actually, let's include the eyes now. This might be frightening. Yep, it's frightening. Oh yeah, horror movie achieved. I mean, hold on. This is kind of a crazy like pattern for a face. Kind of cool. Loki got appeal. Yeah, I find it crazy that I find it insane that that people find the videos helpful. I did not expect that, and I mean, I thought I was making like fine videos, but when it began, it was just like, yo, this helped me. That's crazy. I got to talk about it. And then it seemed to help so many people as well. And I don't know, I really still don't know why. It's like I just told you guys what Peter Han tells people and Dong Ho Kim's been telling people. But I didn't realize how hard that message was to hear because I'd been drawing for like 10 years up until that point. And for some reason, it eluded me that drawing the box was important. I don't know why. I think it was poorly explained to me in the past or never explained at all. And it seems like so many people had that same experience because otherwise I wouldn't have a job today. And I hesitate to say this is even a job. I'm just drawing and lucky enough to do it. Find a way to do it sustainably. So it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty blessed by y'all. So thank you. Thank you for. Yo, this dude is mogging. This guy is mogging. Okay. Um, let's put the eyes in and see if we can figure the rest out. You know what? We still have some time. Why don't I not be lazy and yo, this is actually hardcore. This dude's. By the way, JB, where are you going to school? You said you're studying to get into school. Yo, this is actually fun. This I love that the eyes are here now. It's actually kind of depth in it now. It's not bad. Looks like a Pixar character. Wow, okay. I think we're looking Art Center. Awesome. That's amazing. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, if you got to see Kazone in person, you must be in LA. I need to include the neck muscles. I can't ignore this anymore. If I do, I will regret it. And I'm hesitant because I'm like, oh, I want to go to sleep. You gotta lock in and do the neck muscles, my guy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the neck drawn. I don't know if this is in the right spot. Hope so. That one too. Hope so. Okay, let's see. That feels wrong. I can't lie, but let's say that's what we got. It's kind of funny. I'm so high on pot news right now. Bud looks geeked. He does. This one especially, he looks like he forgot how to wash his hands. Don't know why I went with that example, but okay. I like the depth in this form, in this one. Okay, he looks like he's taking a like passport photo here. This is funny. This looks like the work of Randy Bishop art. I don't know if you guys follow Randy Bishop. It kind of gets the same style. Tell me this dude is not a mogger. See what I mean? Similar sort of eyes. Strong shape design. This guy could be this guy's dad. Chad. Let's see if he's drawn Chads. Yo, this guy's a Chad low-key, but let's see. Mr. Randy Bishop. He made a new book recently. Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah. I think we drew Batman. I'm pretty sure we drew Batman. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, we caught you. Caught you, man. He already has the black eye masks. This is fun. Okay, enough. Back to work. Okay. Look at some neck muscles. Whoa, that's a lot of muscles. Jogging board. Jogging board? I do know this. Sternocleidomastoid. Oh yeah, you can't draw neck muscles without drawing the head, the collarbone and stuff. So I'm gonna vaguely put it in, but not be too precious about it. I'm just gonna get the basic forms here. And there's some muscles that attach traps. Oh wow, he's really becoming just more and more Giga Chad. Just so jacked. Bro, what do I do? This dude's just humongous. And that's all the... What up, Jelly Yui? Oh hell yeah, I got the dinosaur screams. Very cool, Jelly Yui. Jelly Yui. Neck muscles for artists. Yeah, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. Should we just watch a Proco video live on stream? Okay, I prefer that. That's a lot more simple. Okay. Okay, so okay. So there's just like sternocleidomastoid. And then there's this straight one that just goes behind. Just a straight muscle that goes behind. And it does... I don't know where it attaches, and I don't know what it's for. But I know the traps, and I know the sternocleidomastoid, and the other ones, you know. Let's see if we can figure it out just by moving our head. What's that one? No, that's the sternocleidomastoid. What's this one? Oh, this is gross. Where does it go? What does it do? What does it do? It attaches some to the back of your head. I don't know. Good night. See ya. Oh, I only remember the big V muscle of the neck. Yeah, and the broom thing with the chin and throat. I don't know about no broom thing. Let's see. Whoa! Oh, I see the broom. Oh my god, you're goated. What the hell? Okay, I see it. I see what you're saying. It looks like this. All right, put me on. Thank you. That makes so much sense. So it's a bone there, and then it's a broom. Oh my god. Yo, that's good. Somebody cooked with that take. Okay, sternocleidomastoid. Here you go. Here we go, buddy. I still don't know. Whoa! Joshua Black is actually just like the guy. I still don't seem to know where that muscle goes. What is this? What is that muscle? What is this muscle? Anybody know? Anybody know what that muscle is? Because everybody seems to draw it. Nobody seems to know where it goes. I'm just gonna assume it goes with the rest, and I'm gonna give it a little shading. This is the jaw. I'm gonna give that a little bit of shading too. No, that's just too much now. Hold on. The sternocleidomastoid does not go out this far. It's gonna be like, yeah, the pit of your neck is gonna be like here, so there you go. Something like that, and then something like that. Let's just include this one right here. I don't know how correct it is, but we're not trying to be, we're gonna study muscles in more depth in the upcoming weeks. So for now, so long as it feels somewhat feasible. We made this dude's jaw huge. Maybe I will continue tomorrow with features and also doing like a more feminine face here, because I do need to practice all sorts of, it's a sausage party in my sketchbooks, man. Like just dudes, just muscular dudes. But I'm trying to get better at drawing girls. I think my sketchbook gives people the wrong idea. This is a great yearbook, like a mugshot photo. He's like, "Aw, he didn't do it. We love dudes. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that." Okay, I don't know the back here. Oh, the trapezius. I think I make everything a bit more squat than it should be, but again, what can you do? We're just learning. We're trying. And the neck isn't the star of the show here. This is about the face muscles today. I shouldn't have drawn the neck muscles so hard. We'll figure out where that touches later. We can. And I haven't really figured out how these insertions work or these contours, so it's pretty bad. But should we outline this head? No, we should have just drawn this in lighter pencil. So I'm gonna vaguely erase this lightly. Just gonna reduce the opacity. It's like it's not about the neck muscles today. So we'll let them exist, but they'll play a backseat to our protagonists. And the protagonist in this drawing, the jaw muscles, man. They said it years ago, jaw rule. Because the jaw does rule, man. Here we go. Especially on this dude. This guy's not a guy with a jaw. He's a jaw attached to a guy. Holy. Okay. 2 more muscle groups. And then we're good. Now the traps from this perspective are just dominating. No other word for it. Just taking over the scene. And then, yeah, we got the little sternocleidos hanging out. The other ones too, but same thing here. Just come around and there you go. And then I don't know. That's pretty much all I got plotted down. But I think that's a good day's work. Now we just got to add ears, and we're ready to keep it pushing, you know? Okay, so where do the ears come in? Right in front of the sternocleido mastoids. But I'm gonna do the ears. What is this? Neck muscle. What is this? Eye socket. What is this? Forehead. Let's do ears. What color have we yet to pick? Orange. Orange for our ears. Nope, we'll just do black. Don't need to do that. And just some C's will do just fine. In this case, we'll do some flattened D's. I should do a more sophisticated ear study. But for now, this will suffice. Right here. Should do some like ribbons. It's been a long day, guys. But I'm glad to spend it with you. Nice old Sunday night drawing sesh. How was y'all's day? Oh, that's so funny. I just mentioned it was a long day, but it was a good day. I did a little meeting with some of the students on school. We did a little feedback session, a little accountability, talked about our goals. I haven't posted my goal for today, for this week. My goal for this week, have a much better understanding of the head. Spend some more time playing with Athoro, and I are spending more time just drawing, just fun drawings together. So, and he might be on stream this week because he might teach me gesture, or he might teach me gesture in 3 weeks. So in 2 weeks, sorry. In 2 weeks, if you guys want to brush up on your gesture drawing with me, then a professional at it will be joining the stream. Very blessed to have Athoro as a friend, because now I get to learn for free. Hee hee. Gotta move those back. This is a hard angle. I don't know why this angle is the hardest one for me to do, but yo, this ear is low, bro. Who put his ears that low? Get those ears up, my king. Don't let him see you with droopy ears. 8-handled sword, divergent, Sila divine. I feel like I'm about to read like a forbidden spell. That neck muscle got a gyat. You know, that guy got one ear. Where? Where's the single ear? This is the weirdest looking pose for sure. I did his jaw dirty. This guy's got a weird side profile here too. Actually, we can finish up with that. Give him a bald head with some outlines. That means I have to give him an ear, and this is a hard angle to do an ear from. I feel like this is going into Freeran territory. Freeran angle territory. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. It's sticking out a bit, but we can fix that. Honestly, I think that's the best we're going to get, guys. Let's do a lobe behind it so it looks like it was a bit more intentional. I'm not upset with that. Now, final level is line work. I'm just going to give him some features so that we can call it a wrap on the muscles and say, hey, I think we understand the muscles. But he needs a neutral pose because his muscles aren't actually being used. I might end up regretting this deeply. I just might. Especially if I start overthinking this. So I'm going to try to be quick. I feel like I neutralize his Chadness when I put these lines in. This guy's got so much less aura. Yo, he looks frightening here, I cannot lie. Yo, he actually looks so villainous. Let's help him out a bit. I think it's the nose hooks I gave him. I think I gotta do that here as well. I have such a tight grip on my pen. It's not good. Yo, this is tough. I'm kind of not excited to see how this looks without the structure lines. I suspect it's going to look a little janky. And he's going to look like a different person in all these drawings, probably. But, like, that's already a different head, but what can you do again? It's been a long day of drawing, baby. See, we only have hardtack and water in my artist dungeon. The ear is always behind the draw. I think so, but you know what? Let's even see. Is this worth it? No, that's cooked. Maybe we don't finish. Uh-oh. What did I do? Nah, I'm not doing the line work. Sorry. I'm low-key calling it here, boys and girls. I think I'm happy with this. It was a, you know, it was a study well studied. And that's today's stream. That's the day. That's a little bit of a study before 12 o'clock. A good day. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. Who knows? We're spontaneous apparently. Hodari, what up? Pod Strat. What up? 11 p.m. I'm reading manga until 5. Nice. Good old EST sleeps. Yep. Because the hole is behind the jaw. That makes sense. Okay, good night. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Love that. Love that. What up? Super cool. Super cool. Grinding like usual. Trying to lock in a little bit. Trying to lock in a bit more. We have to do some more. Actually, let me do. I'm gonna do a bit more drawing on stream, and I'm gonna because I have some sketchbooks to send out, and I've been putting it off just from forgetting forgetting that I have things to do. So what we're gonna do is finish off the stream with We're gonna finish off the stream with some imagination drawings that I'm gonna send to. I'm doing some sketchbook I'm gonna send to my students. So I will be right back, and I will keep drawing for a bit. Okay. So the idea is I had some students in my drawing workshop, and hold on, let me move all this. How do I do this, bruh? My desk is messy. Everywhere I go, my desk just gets so messy. Okay. Yo, this stream quality is low-key pretty dookie, huh? I don't think this camera is capturing the quality very well, is it? Why is the quality so ugly? It's not looking good, right, guys? Am I just tripping, or does it look a little bit... Does it look fine? Am I tripping? Or is it, like, very pixelated? Okay, so... It's tolerable, yeah. But it's not great, is it? I feel like it used to be better, no? Is it the lighting? Let me turn up the lighting on this. Let me blind myself. Oh yeah, it's definitely the lighting. It's only 25% up. Let's raise this. Low light conditions. Let me know if it's gotten any better. I think so, right? It got a little more. Yeah, it's just got to be the light, hey? Yep, it's the low lighting. My mic is not muted. Your trip. Oh, somebody, JB, I feel like you, I know you've trolled me before on this, so. I'm going to move that here, and yeah, that's a bit better, hey? Not as low lighting. That's good to know. Okay. So we're going to do some opening pages for some students we got to send a sketchbook to. So they won these sketchbooks because there was a challenge to draw as many days in a row. You have to do a daily highlight. And there are 3 students that won. They did so many drawings on top of the daily highlight. So I'm going to send this to them, and hopefully we create something cool, because it would be a shame to have a drawing. It's just like, bro, why did he ruin my book? So let's see what. So I'm going to draw it. I don't think I should draw it on the opening page. I think I should draw it here, the page that nobody uses. So yeah, we'll do a little. Yeah, those students low-key locked in. So I think we'll do a simple little drawing here, and then they can enjoy the. This is a bold page to draw on. It's like, yo, this is the return page. You gotta not, like, I'm not gonna take that from them. So I don't want to ruin the book. So we're gonna draw something simple that we can draw well, hopefully. Which is, it's weird. I don't have a lot of things I can draw off the top of my head, so I'm gonna do I don't even know. I'm gonna hope it turns out nice. Oh man, I feel pressure. What do I draw? Should I just draw? Maybe I'll draw myself, like, or just an expression. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. I do want it to have form though. Okay. Oh man, I don't look happy. I meant to make myself look happy. I should practice expressions before I try to draw expressions on this paper. No. No, what have I done? Okay, the worst thing we can do is overthink it, so we just gotta salvage this, bro. You're good. Let's see how we can find our way out of this hole we've dug. Oh, hold on. We don't need to necessarily be frowning. We could be finding something. And it doesn't need to be us. It's just, here we go. We kind of pulled it back. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see here. You know, somebody in this chat has the only like drawing I've ever done for somebody else. Hodstrad. Low-key a legend. First person to ever find me in an like in-person event. Really cool. Core memory right there. Pretty sure I drew something not very good, but I think it was myself. That being said, if you're going to Lightbox this year, come say hi. I might do like a video for like a drawing video with fans or something. That'd be cool. Someone could win like a Kim Jong-gi sketchbook. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be fun to do. What the challenge might be, I don't know, but it's gonna be something fun. And this dude got a car on his head. I don't know. It's up to him to know. Me to wonder. I also want to be better at doing these silhouettes, so I'm gonna create a more fun shape because I think a fun shape is a bit easier to make a drawing off of. So let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get Hold on, you guys are reading a lot, writing a lot. Have you done these before? No, I haven't done these. I was imagining you drawing yourself with a cap on. Yo, is that Son Goku? Are you guys hyped for Peter Han Dynamic Battle 2? Absolutely. Broken Draw Live adds 2 years to my lifespan. Be prepared. I'm going to your Lightbox panel this year. Heck yeah. Where's Lightbox? Pasadena. No shot. The art world revolves around a 30-minute drive. You didn't know about Lightbox? You live in LA. What? Oh, shoot. You hear that? My back's cooked. Listen, listen, listen. Oh, no, that was my chair. That was my chair. That was my back. Holy. I gotta go get a different pen. Hold on. We gotta add this. A+, because they're an A+ student. This dude better put on a shirt. Don't be standing around shirtless, my guy. Okay, that arm's a little cooked, but perhaps we can fix it by adding a bit more overlap. Maybe not. It's alright. It's okay. It is just fine enough. And then let's make a fun shape for the legs. Just simple. I forget that I was drawing with a Thoro the other day, and we drew really well compared to our average, and I forgot that it's like you will draw better if you stop focusing all the time on just studying and start letting what the drawing wants to be lead the way. Like if you get lost in the drawing, you're going to create a drawing with clearly more inspiration and more fun, and you're going to integrate what you've learned, but you're going to do so sort of at an intuitive level rather than always thinking about theory, and you might end up with a better drawing. It's very possible. It's sort of like if you don't focus on falling asleep, you might fall asleep. If you don't try to be funny, you'll be very funny. The searching is sometimes the problem. When did this elbow get so thick? I gotta have clearer color groups here, so I have to fill that in a bit more. Don't hesitate to jump in the venue and find this guy. Trying to have my bigger YouTuber buddy snag me tickets to LBX because 220 is crazy. Plus the flight from Montreal. Yeah, that it was like 800, bruh. That shit was. I thought it was in New York or something. Yeah, I thought that same thing. Fave anime artists of that skill range don't even feel human, like they're higher beings. Had my friend group do all the driving from LAX to near Pasadena. It's very cool for not having done these before. I applaud your guts. Looks great so far. Thank you. Surprisingly, it went kind of scary, but I'm really I want to get better at the marker rendering, the value groups. Currently, a very weak point of mine, but hopefully, as I do them more, they will manifest better. And then maybe he's like, I want to add some energy, so he's spitting. Fantastic. Got it. Got it. And I'll add a. Let's do. think. Let's add a U here. Actually, let's just add it up here. Thank you. And then for some primo depth, we'll do a deep. Nice. Boom. And we'll add some. Oh, hopefully we didn't. Yo, I'm getting nervous as I'm drawing them and they're getting worse. Oh no. We gotta clutch up, guys. It's like 2v1 right now. Let's see. As long as we don't, it's always about don't do too much. Don't do too much and throw the focal point off. I think the tendency is if you make a mistake, you try to go over it again and again. Nah, bro. If it's a mistake, don't let people look at it. Don't draw on it. I might do like drawing from imagination tips video. It's like, how do you compose stuff? How do you, I'm not very good at it, low key, but Dong Ho Kim's not making videos about it, so someone's gotta. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. We're not gonna touch it no more. Well, we're gonna add some more textures on the jeans. Gotta add textures on jeans. And then we're gonna leave it. It's quite difficult to get the line weight consistent. That's why it's scary. And I think we gotta get these shoes a little detailed. Give them some sort of indication. Gotta indicate the anatomy here. A little bit. And I guess if we're gonna indicate the anatomy, we gotta add a little more definition to the muscles. I think we kind of show too much teeth here, so maybe we change up the way these teeth are drawn. Make the character more yell. And hide the teeth. Like, what? Okay, so I'm not gonna keep touching it. I think that's good. I'm gonna write their name, but I'm not doxing them. They can. Tierney need a chiropractor. Yeah, look at that neck, bruh. Holy, dude's got terrible posture. Jeez, that's what I look like, huh? Yeah, my ass got to get some better posture. I do have 2 earrings. I lost both of the other ones, so now they're. Yeah, my neck is bad. All right, guys. Well, that's the drawing. We'll send this to someone. Well, one of our students, but I'm doing a second cohort of my drawing class in September. Check the waitlist description in the waitlist to sign up if you want to be on the. If you want to join, you have to go on the waitlist because it will sell out on the waitlist before it even comes to YouTube. I think if you guys see it on YouTube, then I failed to sell it, but last time it sold out on the newsletter. So if you guys do want to join, I would love to have you and help you draw slightly better. So check it out. It's in the description. Most of it will be about the mannequin. If you want to learn how to draw poses freely, you'll learn that in 8 weeks. Anyway, I'm 23, JB. So I will see you guys very soon, as in tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. Thank you, and all the best. Thank you for being here.